Assalamu alaikum everyone. Today we will discuss the chapter name is the ethical and the social environment. It is the first chapter for our final term examination. What is the ethics and social responsibility for a business? Ethics is basically doing the differentiate between the right and wrong things. As business is the part of a society, business has to play some role, business has some social responsibility toward the societies. Ethics, an individual personal belief about whether a behavior, action or decision is right or wrong. It is based on their upbringing, based on their perception, based on their education. The person has developed their ethical behavior. Ethical behavior is the behavior by which I and you can decide what is right or wrong. Ethical behavior conform generally accepted social norm. Once society is accepted, usually known as the ethical behavior. The society's norms, values has an impact on the ethical behavior of its people. Unethical behavior does not conform generally accepted social norms, which society does not accept. This is known as unethical behavior. Figure 4 and 1. As an organization, employees both have some mutual interest between them. What are they? Employees, conflict of interest, secrecy, confidentiality, honesty. In terms of organization, organization has to do ethical practice in case of hiring, firing, wage, working conditions and privacy and respect. In case of employee, it has to conflict of interest. What is the main motto of the organization? To maximize his wealth. So, if you want to maximize his wealth, sometimes it deprives his employee in terms of wages and salaries. This is a conflict of interest. Secrecy and confidentiality, organization accept that the employee should keep secrecy of their organization's policies and other strategies. Honesty, all organization accepted that the employee will behave honestly. Subject to ethical ambiguities, advertising and promotion. Sometimes the advertising and promotion is such a way it is based on the fake, that sometimes if you can look at some TV ads, it says that eating some drinks you can be more stronger, taller. It is not like that. Taller, stronger and healthy life. If you want a healthy life, if you want a sound health, you must follow some healthy lifestyles. Only drinking a particular drink is not confirmed that you will be able to live a sound health. Also, that some advertising and promotion which is promote that using this cream or that cream you will be fair, you will be handsome. It is not like that. Financial disclosures. Financial disclosure subject to some ethical. If you are a public limited company, you must be in your AGM, you need to disclose your financial status towards your investor who are investing their money to your company. They have the rights to know what is the financial status of your company, where you are investing your money. In case of that, if you can share everything in a booklet, which is after AGM there is a booklet we have given prospectus, what will happen? Your competitor know where you are investing, why you are investing this money. Ordering and purchasing. Ordering, in case of ordering and purchasing, when you order some things, you have to need to be very good quality of product, all these things. Shipping and solicitation, bargaining, negotiation, other business relationship. To whom you are dealing with this stuff? You are dealing with this stuff, you are dealing with this stuff with your economic agent. Who are they? Economic agents are customer, competitor, stockholder, investor, supplier, dealer and union. You have to behave ethically with all of them. Moral and personal development. There is a 3 stage of moral and personal development of a human being. What are they? Stage 1 usually is the beginning. Here follow rules, avoid punishment. We usually follow rules for avoid punishment. When in our very childhood, usually we are punished for practicing unethical behavior. that is build up our ethics. Act like own interest, obedience for own sake, অথবা আমাদেরকে মনে রাখবে যে if you can do this, it will benefit your own sex. You will get a chocolate, you will get some this stuff is the beginning. And the established personal live expectation of their fulfill duties, obligation of social systems, live within the guideline of the law. When we are grown up enough, we know the laws and regulation of the country. So that time we have in our mind that we have to follow this, otherwise I will be punished, otherwise this is the basic norms as it is come from my upbringing. If my upbringing it says that it is wrong, it is in my mind, I will never do it. So it is established in my mind what is ethical practice for this act. Post established individual follow self chosen principle. When I am grown up again, I have my own principles, own beliefs, own values based on my experience. Individual follows self choice principle in what justice and right. It also about other have different values seek solution to ethical dilemma. You have maybe different ethical values and practices. I have different values and practices. When a person is it is a best example for this. When I live a very decent life and a very comfortable life, ethical practice is very easy for me because I do not face any brutality. In case of the war prone area, where is going on, the Philistine, they are suffering a lot. From them to take some, if they are suffering a lot, their ethical practice is not like me, because for me this is much unethical to harm anyone, to push anyone to to harm or to shoot out anyone. It is not accepted behavior for me because I did not face anything like that. When you face brutality or something, that the ethical practice may be sometimes different for me and you. How you are, what type of life you are leading, what is the basis of your living standards, how comfortable you are, your behavior will be based on that. If you don't face any unethical practice in the society, you are more ethical. Like Japanese people are more ethical, more honest than us because they didn't see any unethical practice within their society. For them, why I should go for the unethical practices? They always practices ethical behavior and they always receive ethical practices from other side also. Here in case of Bangladesh, I practice ethical behavior, but I have to almost every day I have to face some unethical practices. 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, I may be revolt or maybe something will like happen. Managerial ethics. For business perspective, managerial ethics is so important. As a manager, you must have follow some ethics. What are they? Standard of behavior that guide individual manager in their work. Individual manager should be guide of their. Why ethical practice is so important? It create well-being. It create reputation in the society regarding the organization. The way manager will practice, it will reflect the organization ethical practice within the reflection of ethical practice within the organization towards the society. Standard of behavior that guide individual manager in their work. 3 basic area of concern. Manager needs approach the following from an ethical and moral perspective, not ethical also from the moral perspective. Relationship of firm to the employee. What are the relationship of the firm to the employee? Must be based on morality and ethics. The employee to the firms, employee firmer proti kemon hobe, and firms to the other economic agent. Already we know the other economic agent, that is customer, stockholder, community people, supplier, union, all this. How an organization treats its employees. Important area manager ethics include hiring. In case of hiring, it should be fair and more ethical based on the knowledge, expertise and experience which hiring should be done. Firing should be same. If someone is done something miserable, that time you can fire them. Wages as per the law and regulation, as per the standard, you should be fix the wages. It is not necessary that the country has fixed a wages standard, but you are earning more. you have a gaining more, you have a more financial stability than other. If the cost of living is higher, you must adjust the wages with this cost of living. Why it is important? Because the inflation rate is high. That time the real income of the employee is decreasing, because they do not purchase the same amount of goods as they previously do. If an organization has the ability, if the organization is doing well, it must adjust the wages as per the inflation, as per the CPI, consumer price index খেয়াল করে তারপর প্রাইসটা ইন্ডেক্স করা উচিত. It is ethical and it is moral, because I am gaining profit based on my employees' hard work. And if it is possible for me that giving a fair wages, not only the which is the law is saying, also I can ensure that the CPI, I can follow the CPI index and inflation rate of the country, so that my employee can live a decent life. Employee working condition, obviously you have need to provide a very working condition so that they can work. People cannot work in a bad working condition. It in terms of the humidity, in terms of the lighting, in terms of the safety measure, in terms of the relationship. If there is a very politics in the very dirty politics in the organization, the working condition is not good. So you have to ensure the good working condition for your employees so that they can work smoothly, more confidently and more smoothly. Employee privacy should be kept. Employees share their information, everything with the HR. HR must keep it separate. Until unless, in case, it is not only in case of the privacy that organization should keep, in case of your friends. For example, you know something bad regarding a person, or something which a person is doing, which is not acceptable in our society, but his and her, that behavior does not impact on the society or harm, does not do any harm to you and your friends. You should not discuss with that. It should be kept in private places, because her private life does not has any impact on you and your friends and the society. It is, maybe it is not acceptable in the society, but we should not discuss on it. If a person's behavior, action is harm me or society, I must talk with that particular thing, because if I can keep myself silent, this action will be increases. If it is harm society, again I repeat, if it is harm you, society and your surrounding, you must discuss or you must raise your voice on that. If the person, any act does not impact on the society, on you or your surrounding, you must not talk about that. You should keep that thing private. Clear? It is the basic of ethical behavior. I should not talk about the person's some behavior which does not have any impact on me, does not have any impact on the society, does not have impact on the surrounding. It is his personal matter. If he or she is professionally good, I should not discuss on that point. If I am doing that, I am ethically doing the wrong thing. Employee respect. Every human being deserves respect. As an employee, they are putting their knowledge, experience, expertise, everything to you. They should, and your organization is based on the hard work of your employee, dedication of your employees. They must be respected and they must be rewarded also. Why respect is so important? Main important thing is respect is the two-way. Always think that love, respect, hate, it is always two-way, emotions always. If you give respect to someone, you get the same thing. If you doesn't give respect or showing love to someone, he or she will not show the respect and love to you. Respect and love doesn't gain forcefully. You can create fear. By forcefully we can create fear so that he will or she will stand up when I come to the classes, all these things, or when I go to the meeting, all these things. But respect is such a thing, it's come from my heart. When you show respect to me, I will show respect to you also, as usual. Always keep in your mind, respect, love, everything is mutual. For our society, we are thinking that younger people will respect us without showing them respect. But for my perspective, I should show respect to my younger person so that they know how to respect others. They will learn that, and after that they will show the same respect from their heart. Forcefully what you can create? Only create fear in people's mind. But if you want to gain respect from other side, you have to show respect to other side. How employee treat the organization, especially regarding to the conflict of interest. Employee wants more salary, organization wants to maximize his wealth. There is a conflict of interest, but there should be win-win situation for both of them, and we can overcome this. Security, organization security, confidential honesty, if you need to maintain. It is the property of the organization. When you working within an organization, you are liable for their wealth. Wow, I take the responsibility that I will do these things. If the property will be destroyed by myself, it is not the right thing. If someone is come to harm my organization, I should protect it, because this is my organization where I can I can sign out a contract on the basis that I will be work for them. It is my commitment towards them. So I should I should keep their confidentiality and security. Also work with honesty. Most companies have policies that guard against violation of this ethical issue. Most companies, if you can disclose their secrecy, there are some rules or policy that they can sue you in the court. How employee and organization treat other economic agent. Ethics play a part in the relationship between the firms and employee with other economic agent. Behavior between the organization in this agent may be subject to ethical ambiguity, include advertising. Ambiguity means jhapsha. Something is not very clear. Include advertising. I mean, a fake advertising korlam je amar etate ei hoy she hoy, but the product is not like that. It is the wrong thing. Promotion korlam, promotion korte giye I do some promotion which will harm my competitor. I cannot do that. Financial disclosure, purchasing ক্ষেত্রে quality product কিনছি না, low quality product কিনে ওটা আমি সার্ভ করছি, it is not the right thing. Shipping, solicitation, all these things, bargaining, negotiation, other business relationship. When I do bargaining with my union leaders, I give them and force them or bribing them and fix the things unethically. It is not doing the right thing. Ethics and organization contest, action of manager, top manager as well as the organization culture all contribute to the ethical context of the organization. Organization practice may strongly influence the ethical standard of employee. If the organization is practiced ethically, the employees usually practice ethical behavior. It is quite normal. If you are practicing unfair means within your organization, and then you are expecting that your employees are practicing the ethical behavior, it is not happening at all. In case of family, in case of country, it is the same thing is happening. If the country is more ethical, people are practice more ethical behavior. It is quite natural. In case of family, if parents are more ethical, the children are practicing more ethical behavior, because they know this is the right things to do. If the organization practicing unethical means and they are expecting that employee will practice ethical behavior, it will not going to be happen. Managerial ethical behavior, top management establish, it is the top management responsibility to establish the organization culture, define what will and will not be acceptable behavior, what behavior is accepted, what will not accepted. Code of ethics, a formal written statement of the values, ethical standard that guides firms' actions. Gather facts concerning and the act of policies. The act and policies is unacceptable behavior according to the utility. Does it optimize the best of the constitution right? Does it accept right duties to the individual involved? Justice is conceived with what is fair, caring, it is consistent with the responsibility of care. No all criteria, that means this is not, act is not ethical. No 1 or 2 or 3 criteria are the overriding factor. এখানে 2-3টা হচ্ছে গিয়ে নো আসছে, কিন্তু ওগুলা কি ওভাররিডিং ফ্যাক্টর হয়েছে? ইজ ওয়ান ক্রাইটেরিয়া ইজ মোর ইম্পর্টেন্ট, এনি ইনক্যাপাসিটি ফ্যাক্টর পাস ডাউট এফেক্ট টেস্ট যদি হয় তাহলে কি করতে হবে? নো, ইট ইজ দ্যাট অ্যাক্ট ইজ নট ইথিক্যাল। আর যদি ওভাররিডিং না হয় তাহলে ইয়েস, ঠিক আছে, কিছু কিছু জিনিস আপনি ছেড়ে দিতে পারেন। আর সবগুলো যদি ইয়েস হয় তাহলে ওটা হচ্ছে কি আনইথিক্যাল প্র্যাকটিস, ওটা অ্যাকসেপ্ট করা যাবে না। ম্যানেজার এথিক্সটা দেখেন, এটা আমরা অলরেডি ডিসকাস করে ফেলেছি, এমপ্লয়ি কনফিডেন্সিয়ালিটি, এইটাই আমরা এখানে আছে। ইমার্জেন্ট ইথিক্যাল ইস্যু ইন অর্গানাইজেশন, কীভাবে ইথিক্যাল জিনিসগুলো ইমার্জেন্স হয়? ইথিক্যাল রিলেশনশিপের মাধ্যমে। সিন্স লিডার সার্ভ অ্যাজ এ রোল মডেল ফর আদার্স, দে ভ্যারি অ্যাকশন সাবজেক্ট টু সিক্রেট। Since leader, who are the leader, how they act, how they practice, what are the ethical beliefs and values of them, that is reflect within their employees. Issue is corporate governance, ensuring that the business is being properly managed, that the decision made by the senior management are the best interest of the shareholder and stakeholder. Corporate governance is ensuring that the act the organization is doing must ensure the rights, must ensure the interest of its stakeholder and of its shareholder. Ethical issue information technology. Online privacy has become an issue to companies sort out the ethical and management issues. Management can address this issue by posting privacy policy on the web. Medical and financial data can be reviewed and corrected. Social responsibility তে এখন আসেন। The set of obligation and organization protect, enhance the society in which its function. Organization is functioning within the society, so it has some obligation, duties towards the society. You cannot ignore that. Area of social responsibility, stakeholder towards the natural environment. You cannot pollute the environment. You should protect the environment. Towards general social welfare, you should work on the education. You should work on the welfare of the society. What are they? Organization stakeholder, who are they? Customers, local community, suppliers, employee, interest group, trade association, owner, investor, court, college, universities, foreign government, state, federal government, local government. All are your stakeholder. You should, when you are doing business, you should keep in your mind. Argument for against social responsibilities. কেন ওরা social responsibility করবে? আবার অনেকে বলছে কেন করবে না? For because organization creates many problems such as air pollution, water pollution, and they resources depletion, resources গুলোকে ইউজ করে, they should play a major role in solving them. যেহেতু আপনি ক্রিয়েট করছেন প্রবলেম, you should solve your problem. অনেকে বলছে wondering the intervention of social resources undermine the US economy by dictating basic mission of business. কেন? দেখেন আর্গুমেন্টটা দেখেন। Argument must for social responsibility. Business creates problem, so should therefore help to solve them. Corporation are citizen in our country. ওরা তো citizen, তো citizen-এর কোনো দায়িত্ব নাই সোসাইটির প্রতি, they have to follow the duties. Business often has the resource necessary to solve problem. Business is a partner in our society along with the government, general populations. Against the purpose of the business in US society is generate profit for owner. Involvement in social program give business too much power. যখন social program আসে না তখন ওরা সব ব্যাপারে এবার নাক গলাতে শুরু করে। There is a potential for conflict of interest. Business lack expertise of manage social, business expertise নাই, so better ওরা ট্যাক্স দিক, ওরা পেনাল্টি খাক সোশ্যাল করলে এটা গভর্নমেন্টই ঠিক করুক। Organization approach to social responsibility, defensive sentence in which organization does everything that is required legally but not nothing more, যেটা legal requirement শুধু ওইটুকুই করে। Accommodative sentence in which an organization meet legal and ethical obligation also goes beyond these requirements selected cases, অর্থ হচ্ছে কি লিগ্যালটার বাইরেও কিছু একটা অ্যাকোমোডেটিভ যেটা এখন করা প্রয়োজন অ্যাকোমোডেট করা ওই টাইপের কাজ করে থাকে। প্রোটেক্টিভ সেন্টেন্স ওটা আগের থেকে প্রোটেক্টিভ হন, ইন হুইচ অর্গানাইজেশন ভিউ ইটসেলফ অ্যাজ এ সিটিজেন ইন এ সোসাইটি, প্রোঅ্যাক্টিভ সিক্স অপরচুনিটি টু কন্ট্রিবিউট টু দ্যাট সোসাইটি। এই যে ডিফেন্সিভ অ্যাপ্রোচটা হচ্ছে লো, অ্যাকোমোডেটিভ হচ্ছে মিডল অ্যান্ড প্রোটেক্টিভ অ্যাপ্রোচ হচ্ছে highest level of doing social responsibilities. The government social responsibility, direct regulation. Government attempt to influence business by establishing law or regulation dictate that the business cannot do in a prescribed area. Indirect regulation, the government can indirectly influence the social responsibility of organization through tax code, অর্থাৎ ট্যাক্স ইম্পোজ করে করে ডিসকারেজ করা। How organization influence business, personal contract ইউজ করে ওরা। Political leader executive travel in the same circle may be able to contact with the politician directly, lobbying persons or group to represent the organization formally. Political action committee create, solicit, distribute money to political candidates. Favors organization sometimes rely on favor and other influence tactics to gain support. The government influence business through the environment protection legislation, the consumer protection legislation, the employee protection legislation, security legislation and tax code. এটা বিজনেসকে ওরা দিল। বিজনেস কী করে ইনফ্লুয়েন্স করে দেখেন, পার্সোনাল কন্ট্রাক্ট নেটওয়ার্ক ইউজ করে, লবিং করে, পলিটিক্যাল অ্যাকশন কমিটি, পলিটিক্যাল যখন ওরা নামে ওদেরকে কিছু টাকা দেয় ওদের প্রমোশন করার জন্য অ্যাক্টিভিটিসের জন্য দিয়ে ওরা একটা রিলেশন দিতে, ফেভার অ্যান্ড আদার ইনফ্লুয়েন্স ট্যাকটিক্স ওরা ইউজ করে, আদার কিছু ট্যাকটিক্স ওরা ইউজ করে। Managing social responsibilities, legal compliance, the extent to which an organization complies with the local, state, federal and international law. Ethical compliance, an organization and its member follow basic ethical standard of behavior. Philanthropic giving, awarding, fund, give to the charity and other social program. Whistleblowing is that something is doing wrong, people take arise. The disclosure by an employee of illegal, unethical conduct part of other within the organization. Ekjon raise korlo voice. Now this is the unethical practices. This is known as the whistleblowing. Evaluating social responsibility, corporate social audit, a formal through analysis effectiveness of the firm's social performance. The organization stakeholder, আমরা এটা অলরেডি পড়ছি আর দরকার নেই। That's all for today. আমরা যেটা করব নেক্সট দিন আমরা আরেকটা নতুন চ্যাপ্টার করবো। ইট ইজ অ্যাজ ইট ইজ রেকর্ডেড ফর দ্য ফাইনাল এক্সাম, ইউ উইল গো থ্রু ইট। ইউর মিড টার্ম এক্সাম উইল বি পাবলিশ ভেরি সুন, ওকে, উইদিন said we will taken the decision is not come yet, very soon you will 15 থেকে 21 এটাতে না দেয়